Very interesting. Okay, okay, we have a lead, but we're also looking for a gun that is like a fucking antique, so it could be anywhere. Hmm. Also, I didn't interact with this yet.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
There's one thing that's like making me wonder, unless I just missed it or I wasn't paying attention enough, the bullet, no, because I had to open his mouth and dig around, so the bullet wound was in his mouth and the entry wound was in there, right? So it's as if the gun was, you know, either the gun was stuck into his mouth, the barrel, or they shot him with his mouth open, which would be crazy. That's one thing that's on my mind.
It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky, but something's not right.
Because I thought maybe they needed a rifle for range, but then I thought no, because the entry wound is inside of his mouth, so maybe it's just the only gun that they had. But even then, what? Why? I guess. Never mind. I guess it's they shot him in the mouth to hide it. I thought, why would they shoot him in the mouth? But then, yeah, to hide the bullet wound, and then they hung him to make it, you know, seem like he got hung. Who are you?
Gone.
What's the meaning of this tattoo?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone close to the victim might know. Someone who knows about history could tell you.
Okay. And now my curiosity is piqued because I have a fat lead now.
This trash container is
Perfect.
locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
Well, it is a container. Maybe you're prioritizing it.
Lieutenant, what do you think could be in there?
Trash, food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too.
Then we should open it immediately. How do we get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or
Lieutenant?
we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea. It's locked.
Ooh.
The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen, Chief. It's like on my top 5 games of all time. Really? Damn. I don't know if I'll go that far, but we'll see by the end of the game. I'm wondering how different the game is if I picked a build, that was, you know, completely buff. Is this the only stat I really don't have? What's
The
this?
theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full flavor cigarettes.
Hallmarks.
Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
Wait, where do I get such a crown?
It comes free with a 6-pack of Vermilion Roy d'Or. The words Roy d'Or are stamped into the crown's plastic.
Idea of a king and a century gone is pretty fascinating.
The sentiment is called anti-centennial nostalgia, pining for a time before the turn of the century. It's common even now, after 50 years.
Huh. Interesting. I've done that. Now I should go back to fucking Mr. Reddit and go have a talk with him. I just realized. Hey, I have your speed, dude. Except I'm probably not gonna give it to you.
Necromancer pig? That shit was dark. Going in there like that. Oh, brutal shit. Tell me, Kuno dies. You gonna pick one out of his brain like that too? Kuno's gonna go out in a hail of bullets. Gonna look like a fucking porcupine.
Porta Rosa, a side alley of the Boogie Street Spearhead. A young man in his early 20s approaches patrol officer Emile Mullins and asks for a cigarette. As Officer Mullins reaches in his coat pocket for the pack of Astra he just purchased this morning.
Alright, bro, I'm off to sleep. Good luck with the game and your luck, man. Alright, have a good night, pigeon. Good night, man.
The man shoots him point blank in his chest. Breathless, the patrol officer collapses in the gutter. His right hand is grabbing the armor on his chest. The bullet didn't pierce it, but he can't breathe. On the pavement, the patter of the perpetrator's feet growing distant.
What?
Bleed, pig. Someone opens a window and says, but Emil cannot see who. His sight grows dim with pain.
I keep getting these I keep having these happen where I just get random stories from the police knowledge. You know what's a good line of work for getting shot?
Pigs.
He nods as the silence it carries. Kuno, I found your shack.
Yeah, did you fucking there?
No. What was with the pig head?
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Demo tape? Like some kind of musician?
Yeah, Kuno plays on snuff radio, fucks pigs, live, fucks their heads off. Kuno's a cop killer.
I found a plate covered with powder residue. Know anything about it?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam.
Yeah.
Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you?
Fuck off.
You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
Fuck off. I'm not doing it. What's with the tube of magnet sullen?
It's a
Kuno.
vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
He looks at you like you just pointed at the sun and asked what it was.
You could use some.
No, dude. Magnesium,
Yeah,
right?
it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a bottle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
Come on, it's just magnesium. Don't mystify it.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like
Not
you stayed
happening.
home playing with your choo-choo.
Looks at you, eyes bulging.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
I've heard enough of this.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Okay, I took care of the drug situation.
All right, so you got Kuno's kilo. Here is how we do it. First, you give Kuno Kuno's kilo, then Kuno gives you half back. That's how we split it. It's the best way, street way.
Aren't you gonna ask how I got past your dad?
Word on the street is, you sent your little friend in dressed as a hooker,
I what?
distraction style. That's some sick shit.
He nods approvingly to the lieutenant.
Not a single muscle moves on the lieutenant's face.
Kuno wants to hear all about it, but first we split the kilo, then we shoot the shit.
Kilo, you mean gram, right?
Kuno knows what Kuno means.
Kuno means gram.
I'm keeping it. You don't need more drugs. You're 12.
All right. Kuno knew you'd try that sneaky pig shit on him.
Tell him, Kuno.
Kuno's got brains. This shit doesn't surprise Kuno. So Kuno's gonna give you one more chance. Know this, pig. Shit is major.
Major fucking choice, pig.
Kuno won't take this shit lightly. The pieces are moving, pig. This is fucking domino shit.
It's hard to see how not giving a boy a bag of amphetamine would cause some catastrophic cascade response. Hard to see, but easy to feel. Somehow, this will change things.
Really?
It's not hard to see at all. You hand out drugs to kids. The lieutenant's faith in your judgment will diminish significantly.
Yeah, no shit. As it should for anyone. What, if any, is the downside of not giving the drugs to Kuno?
None that you can see. No, you can see it. This young man has junior officer material in him. In another life, where he trusts you.
Uh-huh.
Tick, 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 tick. Decision time. What's it gonna be? You gonna fuck the Kuno?
This is staying with me.
All right. You fucked the Kuno. Everybody, Kuno got fucked by his pocket pig. Just when we getting our business on, the pig throws it all away.
I told you he can't be trusted.
Oh.
I told you he'd steal the shit.
I got an achievement for earning a lot of trust with Kim.
Relax, see? We got plenty of kilo. Kilo underground, in the tree. This ain't about that.
He turns to you.
This is about you and Kuno. You mismanaged this shit. Now everything is fucked between us. How are you gonna make this up to the Kuno, huh?
I'm not.
There is genuine disappointment below the act, sire.
I don't give a shit.
In truth, Kuno doesn't really believe there's anything you can do to make up for this. The damage is irreparable.
Kuno, I met your dad.
Yeah? How the fuck are you still alive, pig?
Kuno, your dad is a half-dead alcoholic. He was sleeping under some clothes.
What?
His eyes become large and round.
His posture changes. The swaying rooster motion stops for a second. Then he gets it going again, reorienting himself.
Fuck right. Kuno's dad was sleeping like a bum. Kuno told ya. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything. Fucking breaking and entering shit. That's nothing to Kuno's dad. You got lucky, pig. Kuno knew this. Kuno's fucking violent fiend dad's been drinking hard lately. Kuno knew you have a way in. Narrow window. Kuno window.
Whatever scary thing he might have been, now he is nothing.
Yeah. Kuno's dad is fucking nothing. Fucking coma shit. Stroke shit. Kuno's dad is so fucking violent. He's had a stroke many times. Shit. Kuno's gonna have one too. Gonna be just like Kuno's dad. Speed shit. Crime shit. Fucking on the bed. Kuno's gonna go out like Kuno's dad. Revachol West style.
This is just depressing.
Stop saying all this sad shit, Kuno.
Voice becomes smaller than usual.
There's a touch of grief in there.
Fuck you talking sad? Kuno's got hard shit, death shit, nothing shit.
You don't have to turn into that.
Get your fucking nun-ass out of here before Kuno fucks it dead. You think 'cause you took Kuno's speed, Kuno's gonna sub like a turn into... Kuno ain't turning into shit. Kuno is that shit.
Kuno won! Oh, you won, Kuno!
The relief is palpable. Little hat jumps up and down behind the fence.
He did not win. There is a crack in there now, and it's spreading across the face of his certainty.
There are tons of unpaid utility bills and utility bills there.
Fuck right there were. Fucking 3 years or some shit.
Let me guess. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about them.
Yeah, that's right. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about that electricity and light shit. Just wants to pound on people and drink.
There's no place to live in. You have to find somewhere else.
That's right. It's a shithole. Kuno's gonna move underground. Leroy shit. Ancient shit. Kuno's gonna live in a fucking catacomb.
Yeah, in a tomb, Kuno!
Little one seems overjoyed at the prospect. I looked around in there. It's not the easy life you've got going on in that apartment.
The fuck do you know about Kuno's life? Kuno's got plans. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Yeah, we got plans!
I did right not to give you the drugs. Let's conclude this.
That didn't change shit, pig. That only made things worse. Fucking social worker shit. It doesn't work, pig.
It doesn't work, Kuno. Only our shit works.
Right. I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched.
The lack of magnesium in me.
Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream.
I need to mag it up.
You need to get so magged up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already. And the only prescription is insane amounts of magnesium.
What I need is to stop thinking about this. Anyway. Enough of that bullshit. Time to do what I was going to do earlier. Jesus Christ, go talk to Mr. Reddit, man. His name Kuno is gonna be stuck in my head for a while. Yeah. You can't forget Kuno. Don't you fucking forget the name Kuno. Fucking Kuno. Lively little bastard, ain't he? You can't forget Kuno that easily. Kuno sticks with ya. Kuno is the shit. Wait, was there something I need to do here?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Could you run a serial number for a pair of armored boots for me?
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
It's this.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
The
Okay.
International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isolari law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government. An old monument stands even by the
Thank you.
standards of the Philippian kings. Old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
What way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury. starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
Holy shit. How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices.
Right.
He called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
That sounds really uncomfortable.
The man certainly knew how to live.
A deplorable farce. No wonder everything went to shit.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
Wow, this guy is something else. So he was addicted to nose candy. A bloated druggie?
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
This is a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
I'll do it. Okay, what is nose candy?
Cocaine.
Yeah. Okay, where is he buried now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
So why did we make a statue for this guy if all he did was absolutely fucking get fucked up on cocaine and spend all the money? What happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn of the century revolution, when Martinaise was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Who restored the monument?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
Wow.
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
That's brilliant, so funny and nihilistic.
People in Martinaise tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
What the fuck, man?
Not that he ever did in life either.
See, I'm so mad I missed out on that. That's hilarious. What the fuck? Oh, I should have went back and talked with you without him, because he's telling me not to bugger. Forgot about that.
A Stars Ryko, one of the
What?
finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie.
Who drives these?
Not many people outside of Grad, and Revachol West too, it appears.
Hey, Kim, check this out.
Stash Raiko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time.
Hold on, maybe I can impress him. Do I know what happened last time?
No, only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue, the colors of Sigismund the Great, an ancient Zhimsk ruler. His banners were famously zephyr and white, the colors of the Stars Ryko.
Sure. Let me guess what happened last time. Kim, blue and white are the colors of Zesmisk. Someone painted it, got a Zesmisk mad, and boom, murder happened.
That's, well, yes, exactly it, more or less.
Yes.
Except it was a crowd of them. Tore him out of the vehicle and ran him over with his own tires. They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The James community protested the trial, flying the colors. 5,000 came to protest.
Correction, 4,395. Fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
Hate to correct you, Kim, but only 4,395 people were on that protest.
Is that so, officer? I'll take you at your word.
Or this community.
People we are paid to protect. Let's leave it at that.
What they sentenced the killers to.
4 years for murder in Reunion. The perps were remorseful. Their sorry knocked 8 years off the sentence.
Damn.
That's the system.
The prisons in the greater Revachol Industrial Harbor are already full. Prisoners are expensive to maintain. The longer the sentence, the larger the cost.
Huh. Kim, could our hangman have been the driver of this car?
Could it be another Stajrajko murder? Honestly, that just doesn't seem like the type of vehicle our dead guy would drive. So my initial guess is the two are not related.
Interesting. Before we proceed, I've got an opinion on this paint job.
Yes, detective?
You should have left it baby blue.
You sure you're not Jimsk?
He shares a smile with you only for a second.
Yes, you're sure you're not. Or if you are, it's only in that Revacholian way. 4 to 5% maximum.
That was a nice combo. Maybe you have something new now that I did the door thing?
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
Labor Utopia.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He nods solemnly and turns to you a wide smile drawing his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Did I tell you this? Sure. The weasel I visited, turns out he has one hell of a colonial mug collection.
Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
Yeah, his mug collection certainly represented antiquated social values.
Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Thanks for helping out, friend.
Alright, sure thing, buddy. Now, time to go talk to him, get some info, and then I'll probably talk to those union workers. Wait, hold on. Can I fucking do this now?
The file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked drawer.
Wait, hold on.
So
Volition? Done.
the file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the
So-
unlocked drawer slides out to greet you.
I think I've done this twice. Yeah, I've done this twice with like a 90%-ish. So, if I fail this again.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a
Thank God.
background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Look at the note.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Look him a to-do list with to know what the list of errands for Everard.
One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list.
You're gonna look at the note.
Remember, Leo, Everart's shoe. All items, the drawer slides.
Okay, I didn't miss out on anything too important. Good to know. Maybe a good Samaritan, clean up my mess. If I somehow am able to open this, there might be something really good in here. One last time.
Despite the dirt that surrounds and trails you, a beacon of light emerges from deep within.
No way. No fucking way. No way. Oh my god. No way. Oh my god, please tell me something good happens. No fucking way. Hello, is there anybody in there?
The door stands silent.
Please let something happen.
Satisfied, detective?
A wry smile across the lieutenant's face.
Try again.
There's someone in there. I'd like to talk to you.
Just like that, you hear a click.
No.
Then a rattle. Some mechanism unlocks itself inside the door.
There's no fucking way. Make a rich light bending guy?
You can't be serious.
No, this is so funny. You can't be serious. Oh, this is great. Oh. What? What did I just... What the fuck?
The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital.
What the fuck?
The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review.
What is that? Fuck if I know. Squint.
Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended, distorted, and echo.
What is going on?
Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard. In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
What is going on in here?
Welcome, welcome. Not too much actually. Just pleasantly surprised to have company today.
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him.
Right.
Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
Uh-huh. What you can see of his body appears composed in a sharp summer suit and yacht shoes. Who are you?
Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days.
Uh-huh.
Anyhow, my name is Rustam Diodore, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual. You
Uh-huh.
are?
Mr. Diodore, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
My name is Harry and I'm a detective.
Pleasure to meet you, Harry. Public service is a noble cause.
How did you become so rich?
To be perfectly blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Grad. All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy.
What's it like being an extremely high net worth individual?
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You've got to work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level. But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what. Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really.
You're right. Capital accumulation is its own reward.
Precisely, Harry. You know, I hear people talk sometimes about economic equality and fairness and all that kind of stuff. But tell me, where would we be without liberalism? In caves, whacking each other with bones.
Just a bunch of evil apes duking it out on a giant ball.
Exactly. A world of slavery and violence, which brings us back to the essential truth of modernism. Where we are right now, the freedom of mankind can only be derived from the free flow of capital.
Man, being a high net worth individual sounds great.
It is truly. It's almost entirely carefree. It really leaves you time to better yourself spiritually.
Right.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place? That's what you need to ask him about.
Thank you. Not yet. There's something strange about you.
What do you mean?
His essence seems to signify actual surprise. Well, I don't know how to put it. You look somehow a little different.
Are you talking about my chin?
No, I mean, I can't even see you. It's as if something is happening to the light.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient.
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient is a ratio designed to reflect the difference in net worth between individuals. When the coefficient is close to 1, or 100%, it means one person possesses all the net worth. Among that group of individuals, it's been observed that when the Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient reaches about 0.96 or so, the laws of physics begin to bend around the high net worth individual.
What? So what is our coefficient?
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient for you and this individual appears to be 0.9998, repeating.
Wow.
That's not good for you.
No shit. Are you telling me that you are so rich that light literally bends around your face?
Among other things. But calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire.
Really?
No, not really. There are actually quite many digits.
A man this chill is at least a triple-digit billionaire.
Kim, are you seeing this weird stuff?
I see nothing of the sort. To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who is unusually well dressed for Martinez, in a cargo container, which I admit is odd.
Wow.
Yes, I imagine that does look strange to you. My container.
Cool, thanks. So basically I'm just poor, is what I'm getting from this. So it really is just a normal dude in a container. Oh, cool, thanks. What are you doing in this container?
Traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think.
Right.
By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly?
In the very, very early days of colonizing this archipelago, the kingdom of Surens, a precursor of a modern Sur-le-Clay, used to own the city of Revachol, an obscure detail in the bigger picture, but still worth dropping.
Revachol from the colony, Kino Surin.
Ah, a fellow history buff. I myself am currently reading up on Franco-Nigerian era trains. Very interesting stuff. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money.
I want to ask both of these. Wait, why don't you help them? You've got so much money, it can't make a difference to you.
There simply aren't enough hours a day to hand out all the handouts. It's like feeding seagulls. There are always more, and they never seem to do anything interesting with it. Except more seagulls. Spending money is a matter of desire. I'm sure you agree. I don't have the desire for spending it like that.
So you travel from place to place via shipping container.
Smart, you know? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to. Luxury yachts, high fidelity portable radio systems, fail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois.
Ah, so you're saying being rich isn't worth the hassle.
What? No, I do not say that at all. Being rich is great. Just don't tell anyone I told you that.
Shoot back to our investigation. Thanks for your time.
Why go so soon? I feel we've so much more to talk about. Ah, well, until next time.
Let's try and talk to him about giving me some dosh, even though he said he just doesn't like doing that.
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
You're a rich investor, right? Can I have some
I
money?
don't see how it's appropriate for a representative of the law to ask a wealthy person for money. This shines a bad light on the RCM, if you catch my meaning.
Come now. There is not even a cent of corruption here. I'm merely being polite. So, let me check my pockets. As you may know, us high net worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think I only have coins for coffee machines. Here is 3 real. How much can you get for this?
It gets me almost nothing.
That's the idea, my friend. You've got to work for the rest. Maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. How's that sound?
These ultra-liberal types love losing huge sums of money on ludicrous proposals. Ergo, you should come up with a plan that's totally dead in the water.
Hold on.
Welcome back.
Dude, I want to save scub this too because this shit is so funny.
Welcome back, gentlemen.
Present
What
an
can I
investment plan
do?
that's sure to fail.
Congratulations. You've somehow managed to fail at failing, which means, in a strange way, that you've succeeded.
You should invest in a youth center.
Youth center, huh? What kind of youth center?
A place to teach them practical skills like teamwork and self-discipline. Come on, tell him what he wants to hear.
One dedicated to instilling liberal economic values in children from low net worth families.
Brilliant. Without children, who'll be there to buy stuff in the future?
Yeah, so if it doesn't work out, we can always repurpose center as a shopping mall or a private equity firm.
When life closes a door, it opens a window, yes? What's the expected return on this?
Highly educated, work-ready, human capital ready to be directed toward any number of your vast
You're
interests.
deep into ultra-liberal territory now. Good work.
Very impressive. You've got a natural eye for unusual investment opportunities.
Thank you.
I don't normally do this without a formal pitch deck, but to hell with it. What's the point of being rich if you have to follow all the rules? Here's the round of seed funding. This should be enough to prove out the concept and get things off the ground.
Nice.
Kratan, now's your chance to take some time off. Spend it with your good buddy and get absolutely wrecked in the process.
Sorry, man. I'm an investor now. I have to stay sober to calculate risks.
What is this shit? Calculating risks? Kratan! The risks you can't calculate are the only ones worth taking.
I'm sorry. I just don't see that ROI in that.
The lieutenant looks at you with horror. You've been mumbling to your necktie in a daze for several minutes.
Ah, yes. Now you're displaying it. The eccentricity that becomes a wealthy individual.
Thank you for placing your unwavering trust in me.
Remember, it's not a handout. It's an investment. And I expect to see returns.
Of course.
The lieutenant stands there, dumbfounded. His mouth opens slightly, then closes again. Is he having a stroke?
Kim, are you having a stroke?
No, I'm not having a stroke. You're just still full of surprises. Most of them bad, but some good.
The lieutenant has granted you an aura of legitimacy. Bathe in it, but don't let your satisfaction show. Play it cool.
Now, was there anything else I could help?
All right. Well, that was an interesting conversation. I at least got $100 out of it. What's up, big man?
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
I opened the door you asked me. Can we discuss the murder now?
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
He's trying to figure out if you're lying. There is no way to sway this man in any direction. He is unsuggestible and unswayable. Just tell the truth.
Tell the truth? I did go inside. Weasel had the flag of the old Revachol on his wall.
Exactly the kind of fascist memorabilia I was expecting. Weasel probably prays to it every night for the downfall of the Union.
He was testing you, and you succeeded.
Nice.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
Said the lynching and the strike are related. How?
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
What do you mean?
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Hold on, you have a village elephant?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real.
Go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
I was gonna say, you live in a container. Wait, they moved the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Wait, the whole neighborhood is in on it?
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base.
Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that to you. He's not worried. He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error. Anyway.
I tell him this. Should I tell him this? Let's see what happens. There's a bullet in the hangman's head.
So they shot him.
Sounds pleasantly surprised.
He was shot in the head before he was hanged.
How odd. I don't know what to say, Lieutenant. They told me they hanged him. A hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into that yard.
It's impossible to say if he's telling the truth, sire.
What I do know is, the case is in safe hands. If anyone can get to the bottom of this shot and hanged man, it's my 2 little policemen. Godspeed, policeman.
Really went in there. Whose place is it? I just need to know.
Why?
Oh, it's connected to my case.
Believe me, he's not a killer. He's a nobody. Just a basement variety armchair fascist who comes up with needlessly complex conspiracy theories.
Wow.
What if one of those complex theories is right?
Did one of his theories turn out to be true?
What if it did? What if he took a whack in the dark? Started telling people the strike is funded by a protection racket that drove local shops out of business? What if he planned to write a hack piece to the local newspaper regarding these crazy theories he had developed? Just to stir up trouble. Wouldn't that be annoying?
I see.
Journalism, Harry. I love it. You love it. And you know why? Because we've got nothing to hide. Let's keep it that way. Now, please, Let's get back to the good stuff. The police stuff, Harry. I just see myself as one of you guys. Think of me as a sergeant or something. Let's crack this, Harry.
Right. How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
We did see that something was off about him.
That does sound quite unlikely, yes. The big guy leading the scabs at the gate is colossal.
Yeah.
He's not scared of them. If anything, he likes them being here. Strange.
Mentioned a lawyer girl?
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
What about Titus Harding's crew?
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
How can I find them?
You know what, Harry? I got a feeling they're gonna show up in full force tomorrow.
The lieutenant marks something in his notebook.
In the future, I could use your backing. Can you ask the Hardy Boys to cooperate?
But of course! It's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
When you meet this Titus, tell him about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Wait, why are you giving it to me?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Needless to say, this is another move. Don't take it.
I don't need it. I only want you to help me with the Hardy Boys.
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
Good talk. Let's conclude for now.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat.
Oh.
He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
Fuck it. This is another corrupt scheme, isn't it? I'm neither left nor right. I do what my heart tells me
What
to
does
do.
your heart tell you about your lost gun, Harry? Does it tell you to forget about it? Or do you think it wants to be found? I think it's lonely and cold. I think it wants to be found, and I have a proposal for you.
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
Tim, what do you think of
It
this?
depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
Studies Everard.
But he thinks it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
What are signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth center in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs. And on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Where's this place exactly?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
What happened to the current occupants?
They are just going to have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Are you 100% sure no one's going to end up homeless?
Am I? Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them. We're going to build a youth centre there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbour.
He means it.
He means it. Really? 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 Wow. It's like he actually cares, but man, is he corrupt. So far, the vibe I'm getting from this guy is that he actually does care, but he is very corrupt. I don't like this guy. Well, if my empathy told me he means it, fine. If I happen to be there, I can ask them.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here.
Open white envelope.
You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the waterlock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning.
So I have to fuck around until then.
Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then we can talk about your gun.
Okay, hold on.
See you soon, Debard.
Let me save and talk with you some more.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
I'm told the union's involved in the local drug trade.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy, honestly.
Really? Although that might piss him off. Oh no.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what? I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
He's hiding his real reaction beneath courtesy.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Do you know there's a mega rich light bending guy inside one of the containers outside?
Mega rich light bending guy? Oh my god. How did that get in there?
He's so rich he could get in anywhere.
Damn it to hell, Harry. I specifically told my guys to check all the containers for mega rich light bending guys.
Kim, tell him he was there.
There was a guy in the container, but he didn't bend any light. That was in the detective's head.
Kim.
Honestly, guys, we might be moving all kinds of suspicious things through this harbor, but I won't be caught transporting the light-bending mega-rich. I have a reputation to protect.
Mega rich are people too. He was a nice man. Gave me stock tips.
No, they're not. They're vermin, and one just found a way inside my container. Soon, he'll bring the others. All 3 of them. Thank you for telling me. I'll see to this immediately. I shudder to think what you're going to tell me next, Harry.
Not for 1 second did he believe there's an actual mega-rich person somewhere in his container town.
Good. I'm glad. Because leave that guy alone. He's cool. I met Joyce, the company representative.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals?
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you find your lost gun.
Whoa, that's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
So, what I was doing before, I talked with this bum. Did I really even get info out of him? I don't feel like I did. I don't really feel like I got that much info out of him. Like, he didn't really tell me much. Like, it was mainly just... he skirted around telling me anything useful. He yapped a lot without actually telling me anything, is what it felt like when I was talking to that fucker. Like, oh my god. Like, this guy didn't tell me shit from what I remember. All he did was just ask me for another favor, and then maybe then I can actually get my fucking gun back to the Union people and talk with them and see if I can get some info out of them. Wait, what is this? Oh shit. Wait a minute. I never went over here. Brit's sick. Who are you? Who's this guy?
Welcome to Rivachol.
Racist lorry driver. Oh. Not just the rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Damn! Get his ass!
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
Yeah, you tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
He's right, you're undermining our best shot at real self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said, welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
You literally have racist in your name.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave.
Get his ass.
But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Yeah, fuck him.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense.
Look at this dude's goofy ass grin.
Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Kim. I've got your back.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now that that's settled, we have a couple questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
Officers. Can I deck this guy? He waits impassively, cigarette smoldering between his fingers.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
What was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Oh, so you're just a racist. Makes sense.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. Huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Right, I've already made up my mind. Want to hear it?
Oh?
Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Don't push your luck, runt.
Yeah? Yeah, buddy?
Looking for something,
What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
What's going on
The
then?
strike? Oh, they've been
Yeah.
at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions? Oh,
Can I-
not much anymore. Apples.
Apples is
Sounds like cover story to me.
Look, as detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges. Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular, Koiko picked apples.
Damn, you're not gonna get more out of him on this. He's put up the wall of racism.
The wall of racism. That's something about the rights and privileges of lorrymen.
Yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
What's a carter?
Someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how deep into history our thing reaches. Before machines.
So he was a garbage man.
Not at all. We're part of a guild and everything, huh? It's very ancient, very prestigious.
You're in a carter's guild.
Goddamn right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. But when they try to replace us, they'll regret it. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice and no laughing matter.
Right, yeah, I'm done with you. You're not important. That sounds cool, that sounds cool. Only an A? Where's the A plus? Where's my S plus ranking?
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Oh, dude, I got so many bottles.
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Nice! $2.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
Steal a raincoat? Jesus. Gives me endurance. Yeah, I don't care about that. What's that?
What is what? It's a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
Her attention is drawn to the raincoats. Stealing one undetected will now be more difficult.
I don't want to steal it. Oh, I got my thing.
Lonesome. Long way.
Remember my way home. Right?
Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market. Past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake. The frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store.
Hold on.
There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees. A small house, no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there.
What?
Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Jesus Christ. Learning cap for perception raised to 5. Ooh! Actually, that's nice. I like my perception. Speed gives 1. Okay, great. What? What a load of shit. I mean, I guess I got more perception. Which is nice, because I like having high perception. But man. Put 1 indeed. Thank you. Now I can unlock this. Yeah, sure, I'll go with this one, just in the hopes that I can get past that guy once I learn it.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
What magazine are you reading?
You mean this?
Still cover boasting a colorful photo of 2 girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Forget about all that. What is this fashion police feature?
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
So who's the most stylish there? It can't be anyone from here.
Benita. She's a model. Usually it's a model. Or a singer-songwriter. Or a model.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Bro, I can be fashion police if I want. Before we go, what is the Frit?
I don't know. Frit?
What is
A
Frit?
7 to 11 grocery store.
Why is it written with 3 T's?
I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken.
Right.
So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
I see. Let's proceed with some questions for you.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
You need to change this novelty check for cash.
Wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir.
Pulls up the giant novelty check. Looks like she's seen it before and slips under the counter.
Anything else I can do for you?
No, you don't work for the union. The union works for you by supplying you with cash.
Damn straight. Sure have a warehouse. This Frit have a warehouse in the back of the Whirling in Rags.
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
This is important.
She scrunches up her face into an expression of consummate adolescent skepticism.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
Okay. Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
I don't think she's gonna help at all. The man who
Not
died.
really.
Not really? Does that mean you knew him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
Thanks for your help. You're a waste of time. Tell me anything about this reality we're in. What?
Reality? You mean, what reality? Economic reality, or...?
She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer the classroom question?
No, what the physical
I
reality?
don't know. What about it?
Okay, you know, I'm not gonna bother you. I don't think I'm gonna get anything useful out of this. Alright, bye. I'm going to go talk to those union workers now and hope I don't fucking die. Because they hate me.
Let me handle this.
Woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
You seem a little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, lieutenants. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
I mean, no trouble. I'm here to do my job. That's all.
Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours, stern and perceptive.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him.
Points to the man standing in the middle of the room.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everard sent to law school?
You Lizzie, Elizabeth, Miss Beaufort.
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes. In the way she stands. In her face.
Mm-hmm.
You caught her off guard. Push her some more.
Already not yet. I had another question.
No. Talk to Titus. I said,
even you caught her.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
You set the pace and the topic of these conversations here. Establish that. A man like Easy Leo could have said anything. Do not be restrained, sire.
Do not be restrained. He said Mr. Everard sent you to law school.
I represent the union and these men here. Don't make this personal.
A very minor victory.
Let me go back.
I said,
even though you caught her off.
No. Talk to Titus.
What if I want to talk to you, not Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
What are you going to do to me?
What are we going to do to you? The union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
Are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
Right.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers. We've talked to Evrard Claire. We know who these men are. The Union's militant wing.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, God.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
Privatization is not unlawful. It's cool and funny. Maybe you're just not historic
I
individuals.
don't need privatization peons from a rent-a-cop. Just do your job, ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
Rolling all this.
Obviously, I'm a lawyer, a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. I would urge you to consider what you say to my clients.
All right, you're boring. Bye-bye. All right, you. Hold on, wait, there's money on the counter. Yoink.
This is where you say your bit.
Broad shoulder man points at you with the beer can.
He and his men carry themselves like giants. You'll need to prove your mettle to be taken seriously.
Detective.
Then I'll just you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. Need to talk about your attitude? Is that a good thing? Need to talk about the man hanged out back. I mean, he said I need to prove my mettle, so should I talk about his attitude? I mean, I saved, so let's see what happens. First, we need to talk about your attitude.
Wow. The RCM sent us some big dick cops.
See what happens.
Real big dick cops. Look at them. Reckless. Swinging in the wind.
Yeah, look at the big dick on that cop. Can't tell a dick that big what to do.
Must be something in the water in Jamrock.
Says thoughtfully.
Yeah, gave him real nice big dicks.
Hey, y'all gay for me, damn.
Anyways.
Yeah, your men are real mature, dude. Wow, you got a real fucking motley crew.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them.
Wow, you guys are so cool and manly. Man, y'all are all talk. Man, hanging in the backyard. Did you do it?
So, you're not just here to swing your big dick. You're here for the pretty boy. A real looker, that one. Stinks like shit, too.
They love him, boss. Spend all day digging around in there.
Oh my God.
Can't get enough of that pretty boy smell.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
We have spoken to the head of union.
Evrard?
Yes, him.
And what did he tell you? That we killed him? That we took a cargo belt from the harbor, went out back, and used it to hang him?
Great timing for me to be back to hear all this. Yeah, the fucking all of them talking about my dick because they're all gay for me.
Because we did. All of us together. I hope he told the story straight. I hope he told it well.
That's it. The game's over. We got the perpetrator.
No, you don't. What you have is 7 honest men who thought it forthcoming to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
So you murdered him just like that. No remorse.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the Coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
He says it as if it were worse than dying. Like all these are bad answers. They're just gonna fucking wah wah wah. Look, I'm just doing my job, that's all.
Oh, so you are just a simple, well-meaning man, eh? Ever been in solitary? Prison is a charter. That's what it is.
Then don't be a criminal. Simple.
He's clearly been in solitary confinement, and at a young age, nonetheless.
So is hanging a man, slowly, without breaking his neck.
Jesus Christ. Who called the shots that
Are
night?
you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
Shadow smirk past her lips as she tilts her head.
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here?
Who do you fucking think does?
You do. You give the commands.
That's right, asshole. Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boys. Ain't that so, fellas?
Yeah, and you're all just slobbering all over his knob.
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
No, you did not get an answer. Titus does administrative work. He pushes paper, fills out forms. The others can't read. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
You are trying so hard to make this legally okay. You're trying to be like, no. He does administrative work. No, he's not the leader. No, none of that. No. Get your ass out of here. Not talking to you anymore. When did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
Oh my. Can you leave?
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long had you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
I'm not talking to his bottom feeders.
Yeah. Who do you think we are?
Quiet.
Thank
you. Came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? The representative for White Pines? The same company you're striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what?
He rubs his chin pretending to mull it over.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Fuck off! I decide when it ends. Get out of here. Why'd you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So he was a mercenary. That's it.
And he stepped out of line.
Your peach jaw clumped shut like a vice.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Well, how do you even know he was in Special Forces?
Because one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm RNE's goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some RNE's paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Sire, the tale is true.
Are you serious?
This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Okay, besides crimes against karaoke, what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
Wow.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
Ah.
To kill us all if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, Right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl. Young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Shakes his head in disbelief. Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted, raped, you said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't
Blah,
you
blah, blah,
fucking listening?
There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
Right, but who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation.
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you, clown.
Oh my god.
Despite the stonewalling, you can slip one more question in.
I'm going to ask for one last time. Who did the dead man rape?
Titus, do not answer. You have been forthcoming enough.
Fuck off, Carl. She's gone through enough without you harassing her too. She doesn't need more embarrassment.
What are you talking about? Embarrassment. If someone has been sexually assaulted, we need to...
What you need is to get the fuck out of my face. I've had enough of explaining myself to you fucks. He's dead. It's done.
As you can see, these men can only take so much baseless scrutiny. I'm doing my best to keep the situation civil, but...
It's true. She was the only thing holding him back.
God damn it. How did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hands were not tied. Can you explain that?
Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, capo. I'll say it again. We killed him.
I wonder if they did kill him. Maybe they were just given the body to hang up and take the blame for the murder.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clubbed him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
So you're all lying.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first. Then see if it all adds up.
Mr. Tats, what you use to knock the victim out?
My fucking elbow, copper. Samaran boxing style.
Samaran boxing, or Sambo, is an eloquently violent set of one-on-one fighting moves, originating from the Samaran Isola. Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness, and cool.
And cool.
He may be lying, but he's good at it. No twitching, no rushing, no uncalled for details.
Where did all this action take place?
Right fucking here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had started coming to our bar.
Yeah, man. Weren't you listening?
Titus is solid as a rock.
Okay,
and
thank
so
God.
are a few others. But
First, tell me who's solid.
Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man, the least antsy of the bunch. Definitely not his first time being questioned by the police.
Okay.
This little rat-faced fellow is solid, too. Always fidgety, yes, but no change there. Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice, or whatever he's got there.
Who's cracking? This one. He's sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. They smartly kept him out of the conversation thus far. Definitely the weakest link in the chain. Hey, you having trouble breathing over there?
No.
He looks up, startled, his forehead shiny from the sweat. A few cold locks are peeking out from under his warm woolen hat.
Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
I see, I see. There's something you're not telling me.
And fuck you too, copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
His all-muscle comment wasn't sarcastic. He's genuinely trying to look out for Angus. This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet.
Not yet. Right, I have other questions about the lynching.
Like what, copper?
Should I tell him about this? I feel like this might kind of... You know, let's see what happens. What does the bullet in his head factor into this?
Huh?
Oh, this beer makes the surprise go down easier.
There was a bullet in the dead man's brain. Why was it there if you hanged him?
How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe.
Another sip. He's tight-lipped suddenly.
Interesting, sire. It's as if he's lying to protect someone. He's not very good at it.
This line of questioning is over. You got the cause of death already? Hanging. If there's any post-mortem trauma, it's your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination.
Mother, get your bitch ass out of here. You were so annoying. God. Ooh, this could end very poorly. I could probably die. Do I conclude the questioning or do I just say fuck it? Yeah, fuck it. Let's see what happens. Why don't I just arrest you?
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance over you.
Not in the arresting mood?
His mean little eyes come alive with hatred.
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and they outnumber us. The lieutenant tries to establish eye contact with you.
Yeah, I'll probably just end up dying. Let's just talk.
Wise move. You made the right choice there. Now make another one and get the fuck out of our booth. We're not gonna do this again.
What are we gonna do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
Shut
I
up.
think we're going to stick around, thanks.
Thank you.
Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility, we're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Rent-a-cop. So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals. Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters.
Whoa.
Reading the footprints in the yard should be easier now.
Oh, I see. Scan the room.
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
He understood what you were doing, taking inventory of them. Now watch the other guys fuck it up by falling out of line.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy!
Yes, falling out of line to please him. This is the best kind. And now this guy is going to...
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
There's a 40-something man from the corner.
Use it to take a dig at his friend. Floodgates open.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
Notice gang tattoos. Man must either be Mesk or Sim.
This one knows how to keep things going. He's a hothead, but not one to be taken lightly. The last one is a bit of a black sheep.
Yeah, you're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
Too late. You already got a pretty good picture of these guys. You can use this.
What can I use it for?
You could take another look at the tracks in the yard. See if they fit with the characters here. It could be incriminating.
Establish authority. Godly. Yeah, my authority's 3. I think it's to do with what I'm wearing. It's like, if I take off, can I talk to him again? Okay, cool. It's still 3%. Sheesh. Well, let's see if I get lucky.
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
That's it? That's all I got?
Did you already try the gun thing? I hear the gun thing is excellent and has great results. You're probably right. The others are only there for filler. To make the gun thing pop.
No, we're not doing this. I just wanted to see if I get a random chance to win it. So I'll explain the bullet I found in the hangman's head.
You still on about that bullet? A bullet in a hangman's head. You're right, Culver. That is mighty curious.
Indeed, mighty. How did it get there?
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes.
I'm gonna ask you again, why was this in the victim's head?
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
You guys shoot him?
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him?
Before? After? During? This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time.
I think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
All the goofing around is to avoid lying. It's a technique. They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this.
Don't worry, we'll figure this out sooner or later.
Been worried in my life, lawman.
You seemed pretty surprised when I brought that bullet up.
It's not like he blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there, somewhere.
Oh, there we go. Change reaction to the bullet. Okay, we're getting it up a little bit. I told you already. I spoke to everyone. He said you co-op.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
Here's a dodge just to use the gun. Yeah, Kim, give me your gun. Let lady be quiet. She is really annoying.
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Very matures, guys. I already sent word, right?
Yeah, I heard him. The fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word. Let me state this very clearly, Capo. Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys. Hardy boys. How may we assist you?
Explosive laughter follows. To his men, Titus Hardy is a golden god. They want to laugh at his jokes even before they leave his lips. This guy is a born leader. But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
Ooh. 28%. Let's take off now. Okay. We could save scum this. We got it up to a 28%. That's the way I'm looking at all of this now. The higher I can get it, the easier it'll be to save scum. So, let's see.
Establish authority.
Shit. Come on.
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar?
There we go. Where have I seen this before?
You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men. Sitting on desks, talking shit, and wasting time.
I get it, Titus. You guys really are the authority around here. You must be. You're just like real cops, drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hand.
You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
No, I'm drunk on the job too. I don't give a shit, just like you guys.
Speak for yourself, buddy. We've been giving a shit for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
It's not about who did it, it's about the victim. She needs help.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine.
Woo!
I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect.
Thanks, man.
If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
Glacia, I'm on due. She's standing here at the whirling in rags, a real pretty one.
Oh.
Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's Amonju with an O-U.
The lady we talked to at the start of the game?
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
Ah, yeah, that's kind of bad.
Oh, it's her! It's definitely her! It's Miss Oranje, disco dancer!
Oh, no. Oh, that's so bad, dude. Oh, my God, no. Oh, no. Said you don't remember being a cop, so you don't remember reality. Talked about your room and crying. Man, this game really likes to fuck you over with what you say. Let's see.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Whatever you do, do not tell him you know her. That would sound off, calm, normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
Okay. So what was her relationship with the mercenary?
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Something is off here. His anger is possessive.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
So, what is your relationship with her?
I know her.
Looks around, uncommon silence fills the room.
How well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been here for a few months.
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
So she's not from around here.
You mean Revachol? Nah, she's an immigrant. Or a drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all. Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it.
Said you partied. Cool. That's cool. But what did you mean?
What do you think I meant?
Was it sex?
Yeah, pretty much.
So you're saying you two were close?
No, we just fucked. That's all.
Oh.
I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now. He's doing a good job here. A commendable performance of, I don't give a shit.
When was that?
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again.
Oh.
So what does it matter?
Right before you killed him.
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
Man, we're talking about such a serious topic, and then I say, and the fucking thing comes up of, oh, you've learned advanced racism. Now is not the time. It's a very bad time for that to pop
Here
up.
you go, boss.
Jesus. Maybe now's not the time. Yeah, it told me not to say this. That would be bad. Thank you. We'll talk to her.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
Yes, I know. The wall of racism. Yup. That was such a bad time for that. Oh my god. Alright, let's see. I should be able to get past the guy now, hopefully.
Race theory.
I'm hoping.
Everything is calm in the eye of the race storm. Your mind is lucid and bright. The mind-bending phylogenetics appear more distant and, to be fair, a little ridiculous. The great race mystery has cleared up. All that's left to do is verbalize your thoughts. Go and talk to Measurehead about your newly found insights.
Alright. Learning cat for rhetoric. Oh wow, it's actually good. I get 1 conceptualization and I get my learning cap for rhetoric raised to 5. Oh, nice. Wow, who knew being racist is amazing? Wow, awesome. Well, I think he learned why racism is bad. I thought the whole point of learning this was to learn advanced racism. Well, I get, is learning advanced racism going back because you learned that it's actually not good, or is advanced racism you're becoming so advanced in your racism that this is getting confusing. Hold on, wait. Either way, I can go talk with the guy now, maybe become buddies with him, and then get past him to see what's behind him. That was the point. Okay, that was the point of this. Just that. Well, I guess maybe I think it's gonna depend on what I say when I talk with Measurehead. I think that's gonna all depend on what I say to him. Maybe you're gonna be proving him wrong. Maybe. I think it entirely depends on what I'm going to say, since I've got it all figured out. We'll see. We'll go back and talk to him once I'm done with this. High 5. Sure. Talk with my buddy.
Officer, what was that?
What was what?
You looked strange when he mentioned the assault victim's name. Do you know that woman?
Yes.
Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
Whatever you do, don't say the first thing.
Dude, you don't need to tell me that. You don't need to tell me that. I understand. Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking say that. You don't worry about it, Rhetoric. I got you. She knows I did some pretty crazy stuff before I passed out, that I partied hard and not very mentally healthily.
So she overheard you? Or did you party together?
So this is what it feels like to be interviewed.
Not very fun. I got nothing to hide.
What if you do, but you just don't remember that you do?
No, I'm pretty sure we didn't do
You'll
anything.
get through it, you slippery fuck! Blast some insano at him! Throw him off!
She overheard me listening to music and doing weird things from her room. It's the one next to yours.
Anything else?
I didn't do anything. She knows I didn't remember being a cop.
Okay, that's manageable.
So where we are, what city is this? Maybe even what year, something like that.
That's clearly your interrogation technique. Anything else?
They're in the hallway after I woke up.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
Alright, nothing, let's move
We'll
on.
be alright, officer. This is nothing.
You feel fortified by his assurance. It's going to be alright. Is it though? Nothing? You're still in for a bumpy ride here. Try not to mess it up.
I mean, I was pretty nice to her when I first woke up. So I'd like to think that things aren't super fucked. I didn't try to like riz her up or anything. I was just polite and asked her questions. That's all I really did. So I'd like to think that maybe she'll be okay with me, hopefully. So we'll do this. Then we'll go back to Measurehead, talk with him about racism. Hopefully get past him, see what's behind him. Then after that, I'll have to figure that out once I get there. Oh wait, no, it's this one.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
Tired. Controlled.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
Kind of a dickhead thing to do, but I guess I am a fucking investigator, so it's my instinct. I'm a detective. Yeah, my goal is to try not to be like, you know, I'm trying to rebuild my reputation here. I'm not trying to be a dickhead. Hotel bill calculations. Looks like she's had an extended stay. Oh, 30 closed at Woman's. Want to go in here? Oh. Let's just shut that door. Kim. Kim? Kim! Kim! Kim, no! Bro, come on. Get the fuck out. Thank you. There we go. Bed has been hastily made.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
When you're fingering across the surface of the glass.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
This window was recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like what that insinuates. That is not good. Coffee and ashtray that looks like a hedgehog. No cigarettes smoke in the air. Astromento. Look, a handful of dried wildflowers.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
Yeah!
You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The
Let's
rest
go.
fly off into the wind. It's a Maybell. The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. Just a glance. Then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
This will probably make me like her. Or make her like me, I mean. Give this to her. You caught one of the bouquet of muggets they found on the whirling roof.
6 crumbling petals rest on your palm. They're white. A bell-shaped crown.
There's a reason this is up here, gotta be. What is this, Kim?
This is the Insulindian lily, called Maybells or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
This flower is a spring flower, but it's a bit early for that, isn't it?
On which side?
The revolutionaries, so the communards and the anarchists. White's their color, but the custom started in the suzerain's army, so it held meaning for the kingsmen too.
This is uncomfortable. It's not going to be a fun topic.
It's about girls and boys more than sides. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths, then also dying themselves in the ruins from dysentery and consumption.
Oh.
It's a symbol of the Civil War.
Does this flower blossom in early spring?
Yes, but not this early. Not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved.
Is it a coincidence, it being on the roof?
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see.
Very well.
The petals feel dry and fragile in your hand. You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum. The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall. It's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall, practically integrating them into the youth center. This is either an ominous or cool architectural choice. Hard to say. My money is on cool. Looks like a cubic pyrite.
Cool cubic pyrite, ominous shapes, and it's very close to houses. Kim, what do you think of this?
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
How else are you going to build something? It's always inconvenient to build things, and citizens inevitably have disagreements over such construction projects. But there's no other way. You take the legal documents out of... There is no loophole. The simple truth is the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
So there is no loop? So Mr. Big Fat Reddit Man actually is telling the truth. He's not going to cost them their houses. They're going to lose street access, but... Huh. Wait, what are the ramifications of this?
Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
Look, Kim, these people are going to have to move away. Can we do something
I
about it?
should have seen it.
Wait.
Evrard probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge their signatures yourself.
Ah.
By the time he finds out, we'll already be gone. However, we'll need access to the coast before we do anything. Evrard won't believe you got villager signatures if you can't even get to the village. You can try a forgery as soon as we can cross the waterlock.
Ah. Well, So I guess he isn't lying about the fact that he isn't going to force people out of their homes, but the fact that they're going to be dealing with construction for a year means they're just going to sell it for cheap and then move away. So pretty much the same thing's going to happen either way.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
What does this lead to?
I don't know. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
You think it's important?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case. The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
Let's see.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in
Oh.
sight.
Ooh. I'm just going to hurt my foot. Oh! Why would you... Oh my... Ah!
Kick it, gung-ho style.
Why would you
Entering the premises
kick it like that?
Style. But the door fails to respect the force.
Ow!
All you hear is the bar rattling inside, laughing at you.
Why would you kick it like that? Why would you not, like, you know, fucking flat foot, bam? Why would you kick it with your fucking toe?
All right, let's trash the place.
Let's not.
So guys, how long do you want to sit here and do this for? Until we win, I will sit here for as long as it takes. Well, lock it. Like, it's 5. I can... right there. With that person. Gotta lock it. Oh, come on. It's looking bad.
Small, heavy door.
Oh, let's go! Let's fucking go! Yes! Let's fucking go!
Cracks inside.
Woo! Hey!
This is an unbelievably satisfying sound.
Yeah! Oh, damn right, satisfying.
Nice.
Hey!
Sounds like the property damage wasn't in vain, at least. Would it hurt to look in?
I thought this was an Aces High moment, Kim.
I don't know about that.
It totally was.
It totally was. Let's see. Yeah, let's go. All right. Outcome was yes. Nice. All right, we finally made it in. Hell yeah. Now, was that worth it? Are you gonna make a more edited video? Yeah, I'm gonna include all the talking and everything. But if I ever backtrack, or if I have to, you know, write that, save scub a bit, then I'll edit all that out. All right, was this all worth it? A tiny hole in the wall. See a bedroom to the other side? Ooh, that is creepy. That is not, ooh. That's not good.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
This is good. He likes it.
All right.
That's a little smile there, in the dark of the workshop.
This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. Commendable work bringing us to this place.
Let's go. Okay, what does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind our rape victim's room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Okay, let's have a closer look then.
Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. This print is unlike one left by a regular worker boot. It is not a brand sole with logos on it. It seems custom-made or old-fashioned.
Wait, hold on. It's only by a regular worker boot. It is not a brand sole with logos on it. It seems custom-made or old-fashioned. Could I look at the boots? I wonder if I could look at the boots of everyone in the room, like by going back and seeing if I could see if any of their boots are custom-made.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
So all we know is that someone was in this room, in their wall, behind here, and there's a fucking hole in the wall. Could have been the guy they murdered. Could have been one of the Hardy Boys. Nice for a pinball machine futurism theme. Oh shit! Nice. This one gets me strippers and that. This one gets me hand-eye coordination, empathy. Oh yeah. Tools, replace parts. Small window tape shell, black plastic. Can't see outside. Well, someone was here recently. Really no. Pinball is white Dara. Black flash shows a female figure in the morning. And B, the spare key tied to the bush outside corner room window. Oh. $5. This guy really liked making pinball machines.
Over there, in the corner.
A pinball machine.
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
Kim, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
Wait, you played it?
A little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Let's take a closer look.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin-operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
Oh, alright. Inspect the playing field.
The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
Link closer to read the text.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Muindi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people.
What's with all the goats?
Indeed. Think of them as balls.
It's their coin.
It takes a while to get into the rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease. Go, go, Fingerboy.
Fingerboy?
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
Oh, what kind of guy was he then?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
A racist mountaineer?
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
That is not cool.
He also hit his wife and kids.
Oh, right.
Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little man. But you seem to be having fun.
Pretty good at this.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board. And although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Concentrate and aim for the narrow passage.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through. Tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. Something glass. The words "pale rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players.
Whoa!
A stupid nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death.
It can be done. Just watch.
I am. I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
Alright, here we go. Stay on the ball.
How? You can't even see it.
Fuck. Well.
The last goat plummets into the fog with almost suicidal glee.
Wow.
There goes nothing, finger boy.
Fuck off.
You're down to your last goat. With automation and precision, you keep the final goat ball in play, reacting to the tiniest stimuli, floating in the flow state. The fog is clearing, and suddenly, the old speaker crackles. Gaudy ball is lit.
Huh?
A panel opens up at the top of the playfield, and a new ball charges downhill. It's larger than the goats and matte black. Cornelius spelled the white letters running across the equator. So violent is its descent, it immediately knocks the last goat into the abyss. Then proceeds to bounce all across the board as if carried by some demonic otherworldly inertia. High score, announce the speakers, and the whole machine lights up. Then the flippers retract, leaving a perfect opening for the gaudy ball to join the goats backstage. Cornelius vanishes, and the machine powers off.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. I think I won, Kim.
You didn't just win. No one I know has ever beaten Gordy's goats. That is a monumental achievement, Detective.
Who's the king of pinball, Kim?
Congratulations, Your Highness.
Yeah.
That was really impressive.
Yo, let's go! Thanks, Kim.
The machine needs a good service before anyone else can even attempt it again. Yes. Good times.
Once again, the machine becomes one with the dust and the darkness. Life has left it, unlikely to ever return.
Wow. Hey, let's go. My boy gave me a fist bump. Hell yeah.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
Let's see. Door is connected to the one upstairs, but how do we get through?
There must be a key somewhere. Probably somewhere in the whirling. It's not too important. We can get in and out using the roof door.
True. I think this said it was in a corner or somewhere. Whatever.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside. Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88. This elevator must have been used to transport pinball machines to and from the upstairs workshop.
His last maintenance was in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
This elevator was last maintained in the future?
No, it was maintained in 88 of the previous century.
It's not a message from the future.
No, I think the bureaucrats just forgot about this backroom elevator after the revolution.
Those mostly pinball machines right in this elevator.
Seems so, although it's pretty quaint for a freight elevator.
Taps on the guttering light bulb. It's golden in the dark. Look at the controls.
There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descend, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken. A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long time ago.
Hold on, not yet. I mean, wait, why are we talking about... Didn't we already...
The elevator.
Yeah, we already used this elevator. What are we talking about so much? Alright, here we go. I'm to talk with the lady who knows I don't remember anything and I'm a fucking mess. Going for the curse lady? Maybe? I don't know. What?
Welcome to the roof.
The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other.
Her hair is still slick from the shower.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Nice view you got here.
Nice. I don't know about that, officer.
He looks north toward the yard.
Where the ripe corpse of a man still lies on the ground, spotted with green and purple.
Yeah.
She tries to look indifferent, but still has to take a drag of her cigarette so as not to flinch. That must be her tell. The cigarette. It hurts her to look directly at the corpse, so she reverts her gaze to you.
Of a copy. You don't question, yeah. Just don't mention. It's nothing. Mention cleaning lady. I think I need one.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
There are vortices of dark energy present, but not to hell. To another place. A third place, much different from our world.
A third place? Interesting. That's probably why the cleaning lady quit.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious orchestrations I have seen in my life. And I have seen a few. Oh yeah. Life gets hard, but we go on.
The chorus of the 35 single, megaphoning the entire human race, instills you with the fuck it all swagger that prompts one to plow into grannies on your morning stroll.
You ain't seen nothing yet. There's a karaoke stage downstairs.
Wow.
She shakes her head in silent disbelief, breathing in the coffee smell. Johnny Law is about to tear it up, sad style.
I assure you, he's not about to tear it up in any style. In fact...
We'll show him. You'll tear it up all the styles.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man who was hanged. The people responsible have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
Takes a pensive drag for a menthol cigarette.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
Alright, let's ask about other stuff. What is this wildflower?
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
Why was it there?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
Or an admirer?
Any admirers, miss?
Admirers? I'm too old to be a debutante. And this place is no fashionable society.
Question avoided. Let's conclude that she has admirers. Plenty of them.
Your name, miss, for the record.
Clausier Amandou.
Same name that Titus gave you. Like her accent, it sounds Oranese. Her birthmarks also signal Oranje. You don't know why, but Oranese girls tend to come speckled with them.
You're from Oranje?
Right, sir. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. I guess you could say I am an Oranese expatriate.
Where's Oranje?
A bad memory, officer.
The Republic of Oranje is a democratic nation on the Muindi Isola north of here, over the sea and across the Pale. It is one of the 6 major Occidental nations to hold stake in the continued occupation of Revachol, the Coalition. People consider it a reasonable superpower.
Reasonable?
They will make you into a fiscal colony, divert your natural resources, hold patents and shares, but they won't threaten to wipe you out any time, like Revachol did in its prime.
Understood, miss.
It's the past. People can't go back to the past.
Thankfully, it's implied.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
What do you do, miss? What is your specialization?
Something stupid.
What's that?
Oranese lit.
Oranese lit?
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
What is Oranese literature about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese.
Oh.
All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
Oranese lit, what do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
How do you make money then? Money is very important.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Oranese lit.
Cool.
It's not very cool, but what can you do?
Can we take a look at your passport, please?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
I don't know who told us your real name.
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
Okay, then.
Okie dokie.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
Thank you. That's it for the record.
The record. So official.
This room you've got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
What are you doing here in the whirling and rags?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Oh, here.
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
Whirling.
Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell. I'm
How long?
About 4 months. Here in the Whirling,
Martinez?
I heard this is where the washed-up disco has-beens go.
No, this is Sassy Town. It's where the future of dance lies.
If you say so, officer. If you say so.
That door there. Did you know it leads to a downstairs elevator?
I did not. Mystery solved then. I kept wondering where it led.
There may be more to this mystery at some later time. She's holding back. Let's make a mental note for now.
Wait, should I? You should know about this. There's a peephole on the other side looking into your bedroom.
A peephole? You mean like a hole in the wall?
Yes, looking into your bedroom, miss.
And it points to a window. The unmade bed is visible through the glass.
Okay.
So Ponzi processes this information.
A jitter of fear and disgust moves through her body, beginning from her shoulders and ending in her hips. The cigarette tastes foul to her now.
Yeah, not exactly fun.
Do you think this is somehow connected to me?
It could be connected.
Okay. Do you have any way of knowing how long it has been there?
Unfortunately, no. But if I were to guess, long enough. The perforation is under the bookshelf on your wall. It should not be hard to cover with some tape.
It is recent. Who do you think made it?
Shit. I don't know. Maybe it's been there for a long time. Maybe the local kids use it or something. I don't know. I'll be fucking covering it up with a lot of tape, that's for sure. Was there anything else back there?
There are tracks on the floor. They're recent.
Huh. This isn't good.
She's straight as a stick, suddenly.
It's an old pinball workshop, the room back there. This place used to be a pinball arcade.
Okay. I'm glad someone's had fun.
That's all for now.
Mm-hmm.
She's lost in thought. Eyes narrowed. Forehead furrowed.
Alright, that window is new.
It is.
Who saw it to your left to check her reflection in it?
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. He finds the answer unsatisfying.
probably best for just leave that.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
Here we go. You tell us you've been through something difficult.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
Were you sexually assaulted, miss?
By sexually assaulted, you mean
Oh my.
raped?
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
I didn't.
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
Actually, it's already afternoon.
Is it?
Squinty, she takes a look around. The spring sun is high in the sky. People pass below.
It is afternoon. Time flies, man.
So, were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
I just asked you to spice things up for us?
Pretty much.
Warming them.
What did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
I mean, like a birthday party. Wait, partied? Where have I heard this before?
A lot of partying going on.
From Titus. About her and Titus's relationship. That's where you heard it.
What kind of partying? The kind I do?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Harder than this? I didn't know that's physically possible.
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Feelings involved?
A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? Apprehension? With longing. She misses him.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
Misses him. It's hard for you, seeing him there all the time.
Oh, yes. I have multiple viewpoints. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Jackpot.
Aha! The call reporting the hanging, that was you.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
There we go. We got the person who called. It was her. Okay, cool.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
Before we go on, if it's snitching, then why do it?
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
Okay.
Tearing off his armor. Demeaning him. Throwing rocks at him.
Man, I really hope she didn't see me try to take off his boots and almost rip his head off. Yeah, I really hope he didn't see that. The caller's voice was disguised.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Nicked it? How?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
So, she's God's mystery foam cutter.
In the process, he broke the landline downstairs.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Okay.
Jigsaw falling into place. This is satisfying. Good catch. I appreciate the symmetry. Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. crossing the lines like that.
Look, you had some idea. That was nifty.
Thanks.
She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been complimented on her bike repair skills.
I'll go through all the trouble.
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the Union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
I should get that body out.
He won't be down there long, miss. We will move the body to the morgue soon.
Yep. What can you tell me about him? Name, eyes, age?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know... hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
At the end of the day, we get that body out of here, come back the next day, talk to her about him some more.
She meant she sees him in her dreams.
Also see him in a
You
dream.
have? Not like I do, I imagine.
How do you see him?
You don't want to know.
I see him as me.
She dips the cigarette in the lighter's flame and inhales, then looks at you with her lungs full of smoke.
I can see the similarity, yes.
Oh, wow.
Funny.
Funny. Fuck you, Kim.
Funny how?
Nothing. I also saw him. We had a long inspection and that sort of thing sticks with you. Let's move on.
I don't like... Well, Why was there a bullet in his head?
Bullet? They shot him too?
I'm not picking up on any theatrecraft here, sir. The pause is sincere.
They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
Yeah.
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
This is beginning to get confusing for you too, and we don't like that. Where was she last Sunday night?
Where were you when this happened?
Cowering. I was cowering downstairs with Sylvie.
What are they hanging for if not rape?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail.
Yeah.
He was ex-military. Worked for Wild Pines. And against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
All they told us was he went out of line. What do the Hardy Boys know you?
They're frequent guests. Downstairs. They have a booth for Union members. They're probably down there now.
How did you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Which one?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
Ooh. Could be why they lynched him. Jealousy.
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason.
Oh, okay.
I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea.
What do you mean?
Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me.
Wow. Cool. I don't want to ask this, but I'm pretty sure she's sure. For completionist's sake.
I'm 89% sure.
So you're not entirely sure?
You know how it is.
Do you?
Do I?
Maybe you don't.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales. Easy to see now that you're closer.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
Okay then.
She takes a long, hard drag of her cigarette, then
I don't-
stretches her neck. You hear cracking in her shoulders.
How do you... But what? 89% short? I'm just gonna leave it. Thank you for telling all this, miss.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
Has something else before we go, little thing?
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Look her in the eye. Ooh.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m. drinking coffee mostly.
All right, first this.
Aces high.
The high five.
For the rest of the world, the aces high is just a cool Revachol thing, politically neutral. In Revachol, it still holds revolutionary connotations. Also, have you looked at Lieutenant Kitsuragi's clothes? He wears a bomber jacket, just like the ones worn by aerostatic brigades, and those cargo pants could store tools for hot-fixing your aerostatic. Maybe you should ask him about this.
I got one police knowledge and I got one empathy towards him. Oh, okay, sure.
I was just thinking.
Soft, light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you.
What?
You know these guys? Who? Me? Yes, you. He's talking about you, you boring stiff. You too. Me? What did I do? These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info, you can't trust them anymore.
What?
Believe it.
Ooh. Ooh. So Volition's fucking has some beef with Drama and Logic. It's telling me that this bitch is lying to me about everything. Oh. Which ones exactly are affected?
There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume all of them.
How did this happen?
How it always does. Through subtlety.
What can I do?
There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do.
To the normal again?
No.
What use is this then?
It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not?
You're telling me I'm getting played, but that I can't do anything about it. What does this mean? Or does this mean she's been lying to me?
Yes. Mr. Thespian here has been singing paeans to how truthful she is. She is a lady, most fair and just.
Get the fuck out of here, Drama.
In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies. That is correct. And omissions too.
Can I trust that guy?
A little. They're all still of limited use, interpreting things to the best of their ability. Maybe they add flair or something. I wouldn't know. I don't add flair. But when it comes to assessments of character and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted. Not with her.
Can I trust them ever again?
Don't be melodramatic. You can trust them. Just not with her.
So don't trust... What the fuck? I can't trust drama and rhetoric with this girl specifically, is what you're telling me. What is her plan?
You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one he usually does says, she may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping, unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly insidious. See? It's oddly moderate, probably compromised.
Huh. You're telling me not to trust any of these guys with her and that she's definitely playing me and lying to me completely. But which one do I trust? I've been talking to her myself long enough. Let's get back to it.
Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this.
Volition wants a monopoly on your mind. Bro's trying to undermine all these other feelings I have. Do I just go for it? I mean, I am curious what would happen. You know what? Let's see what happens. Miss, are you manipulating me?
The silence broken. She exhales a little cloud of smoke and says,
God, no.
Ooh. Huh. Interesting. Huh. I wonder if Volition is right. Is he right? Am I being completely thrown off track? She just immediately said, God, no. That was pretty quick. And fast. You're not going to question why I just suddenly asked you that out of nowhere? Just said no? I wonder. That's a really interesting check. Is she just completely throwing me off? Because there was also the part where, there's something there. Gotta be something.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
This will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Why did she tell us all that?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
I have reason to doubt my ability to see through her lies.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
Something is off her. I know she's manipulative.
So you said to her, what did you mean by it?
She has half my skill set compromising her too. My assets of her are untrustworthy.
She seemed forthcoming to me. Unusually so. Being forthcoming with some things is a good way to obscure other things. But I wouldn't call myself compromised.
It's because you are?
I am not easily swayed by young women. But on the other hand, the best liars are candid. And she was candid.
The lieutenant seems oddly sure he is not compromised. Not psychologically, at least. Is it hubris?
Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back soon enough.
Okay. He's also kind of on my track. Interesting. Okay. But if she is lying about everything, then what? I'm trying to think, why would she tell us all of this, that she's not going to go along with our plans, but also be manipulating us into doing that? That we're like falling right into her plan. Maybe a situation of that guy took things too far one night, then she hated him, then she told them about it, then they killed the guy, but now she regrets it. Something, maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to think. That replaced window is something that's bothering me. She said it was 89% sure it wasn't that. But what's up with the broken window? Candid, open and honest. Can we be so sure? My inner thought of volition is telling me that these guys up here, they are compromised. So what? By going down there and talking to them about everything that's going on, we could just be falling right into her, trap or plan? Is that what you're trying to tell me, Volition? I don't know. We'll see what happens when we go back and talk with them. Things are getting interesting. All right, buddy, I have some news for you.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
You said she wasn't raped.
Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
You've hit a nerve. Titus is furious. No, more than that. The loyal Titus feels betrayed.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Can you shut up?
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz.
Thank you.
He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down. And she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Cut the bullshit. She told me the truth.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her.
I didn't.
And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking
hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy.
Voice rings to the room like a warning shot.
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
I'm getting under his skin. This is good.
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks. Frankly, it's a bit terrifying. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape.
You do?
Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad, listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters, a mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point, you don't need to.
Why should I care about the tape? You lied to me.
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide behind.
Okay. Alright.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy.
Fine, I'll listen to it.
You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
Oh, I gotta go to the pawn shop and buy that tape player. Okay. Alright, okay. Things are getting very interesting. So what? This tape is their last play, and if I can cut through that, then maybe I'll... Wait.
Snow covers the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage. The white colors nearly meld together.
Wait, why am I thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to...
Do something important? Something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. This is a Caprice Canema, the Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Caprice 40, and the answer to the Lum's racing breed, Ferv series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Canema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds and go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour.
What's that in American? What's that in American? Want to roll over in the first sharp corner?
The high center of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin, feeding all the auxiliary systems and making the Canema effectively a mobile power plant.
This tech talk is really rubbing me the right way here.
Due to a quite steep price tag, it is very unusual to see one in police livery.
This machine really puts the loco back in locomotion. Very cool.
You want to take a closer look?
What's it packing there?
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
V12? Damn!
Man, that's got to be a major advancement over the KR-18 GU engine on the old Caprice 40.
Mama's serving some serious macaroni. Must be an advancement of the KR-18 GU engine on the older 40 models, right?
Yeah, you know it?
Just the basics. Cast iron blocks, roll chamber injection, dual change driving, overhead camshafts, 2 valves per cylinder, hydraulic valve, lash adjustment.
Yes, that's right. I'm very impressed that you know these things.
A fine machine.
Yes, an extraordinary machine.
Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot. It's a bit girly right now. Fit it with some proper off-road components.
With the winch and mud tires, we could take it off the beaten path, Kim.
We are not going to, though, because this is clearly a sports motor carriage.
Let's see, it's strong concept of what this machine is. Okay, that was a nice little nerd talk. This thing up here.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves.
Give me that.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Thanks, man. Okay.
porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Play it.
You push, command set, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
Wait. No, whatever.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
Uh-huh.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrete on your porter reel. The tape stops spinning.
It's at the very end. Silence?
End of recording.
What do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating.
Yeah.
He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
I agree. Also sounded
Still.
But looks at the tape. You're familiar with this look now. It says look of suspicion.
There's more going on here than we know.
This is Cordy.
One of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to. A friend of his?
Kohoi.
A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
The South Safre conflict is an ongoing proxy war between Grad and Safre. It has been hot for 12 years, with the atrocities piling on, mostly committed by the Grad.
Think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. Or maybe Kohoi is just merc talk for atrocity, slaughter.
A symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
Okay, then what now?
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
Alright, let's go. No, I did. Shit. Whoops. Let's evade taxes.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Tess already gave us a recording where the deceased states his intention to commit rape.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as a target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Exact words he
Yeah.
used.
That was practically his pickup line. Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Kohoi was mentioned.
He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Think he was trying to scare people?
No. I'm pretty sure he did all those things. And then had to internalize them to keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
Sona?
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezut all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
Yeah, the armor. You like this kind of stuff?
We're all scraping up any happiness we can find, officer. Going around with our little scouring sticks. You, your first love, Mr. Kohoi here.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things here in Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
There is a small measure of pride in her that she could quell the rage in such a being.
But can I trust you? No, this is purple. No, I can trust you. It's fine.
What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about.
Thank you for clearing that up,
Oops.
miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
You have some time. Can you tell us more about the... I was thinking like tomorrow, but let's see.
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Of course.
Lelystad. That's a good start. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink. The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
Here we go. How old was he?
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no.
Didn't I say 42?
We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
Looks like you were right, officer.
Aha, see? Better not to mention.
The young woman looks at you, then the lieutenant. She's clearly sensing something. A spike in testosterone levels, perhaps.
Eye color?
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Get out of here, bot.
Oh, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made it oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
Got a tattoo. What did it mean?
Oh, that.
It's clear she liked it.
Liked it?
Quite a lot, yes.
What did it represent? Do you know?
It was a map of his life and the places he visited as a soldier. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
Showing off the chicks? How so?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Oranese lit?
Yes. This is the very essence of Oranese lit. A moment's respite. Dark and hopeless as the struggle itself. He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
You were the woman in this?
Oh, yeah.
That's precisely what these mean.
No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Orania needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people on the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
A very fun story.
It is when you're high. It can be very exciting then. You have the tools to deal with it. It's not a very nice story to remember when you're sober. A change of topic?
Maybe love that did him in?
It very well could be, yes.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? I have no idea. I don't even know what you mean. Love did him in? What does that mean?
Told me. Love did him in.
That's not funny, officer.
Her voice is like a slash through the air. Her shoulders tense up. There, she momentarily lost control over straight back guy. It appears that she feels guilty.
You feel guilty?
Of course I do. I'm hungover. I feel guilty about everything.
Do you feel guilty about what happened to him?
Among many other things, yes. I could have done something. There's always something he can do, right? Ask me something else.
What is this? An interrogation? You didn't tell her this was going to be an interrogation.
Get out of here, rhetoric. I'm siding with purple guys right now. Perhaps, miss, it was communism that killed him.
A moment ago it was love. And no, I don't think the Union is communist. They're a couple of shades pinker than that. They're not hardcore in that way, is what I'm trying to say. What are we talking about anyway? This politics shit is a lot in the morning. Is it even morning?
I think she's just tired. She doesn't know what you meant by that. And can you blame her? You could blame her, a little. It was a pretty straightforward question that she refused to answer.
For a toxicology report, an idea what that will show us.
A real rainbow splattering of pharmaceuticals, I bet. Barbiturates, amphetamine, sildenafil. How much does the toxicology report cost the police of Revachol? I can do it for half of that. Save you some money, make some myself.
It's quite expensive, miss. But we'll manage without your help for now.
Where's Lestat, the place I mean?
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Gottwald. Executive summary. Cows, silos, and wheat.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
You were both from Orania?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrijk. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
No love for Mother Oranje. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
Military man, but not a patriot.
No. He left the National Service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind. He was by no means a stupid man. A people person. A small platoon leader. Certainly not a patriot.
Don't seem like much of a patriot yourself.
Mm-hmm. There is nothing on Muindi. The old world is dead, and we both knew it. Maybe Oranje did bring us together. In loathing. I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me, too.
We're finished with his line of questioning.
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee. Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
She said yes.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old?
Where's this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Tim, how old do you think I am? How old do I look?
How old? 58?
Maybe you're wrong. You were wrong about deceased too. He was way younger.
He was deceased. He had been decomposing for a week.
I feel like I've been decomposing for longer than that.
On the bright side, you've been getting a lot of exercise lately.
The ravages of Al Ghul are nearly as extreme as the death, as that of death itself, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
There's silence. Then a little more. Here it comes. Mercy.
Sure, you're 42. Let's go.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
Bring it on. I am not afraid of the truth.
To the laboratorium.
Date of birth generator? What the fuck? 7 hours! Your face looks like it's 58 and your body feels like it's 60. Your mind feels like it's lived for 1 day or 100. Both longer than they ought to be. The day and the century. But for how long then has this thing been attached? Has this thing attached to your sentience walked the planet's crust? Time to start racking those brains of yours? Oh, Elder One. Where were you born? Think rhetoric is a person eating another person's head? Is that what that is? Oh, I see. See what you mean. Huh. Weird. I can see how you see it now that I look back at it. It's a weird looking image. At first I thought it was someone like going like this and talking, but then I saw the teeth over the like what looks to be their neck. But I see what you mean. So can I add anything onto this guy?
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Or someone bonding someone. People joke about looking like someone giving a pitch. Like the Resident Evil 6 logo. Giraffe blowjob. If you know, you know. So I talked to her about the tape.
And he tenses immediately. Chest tightens. Jaw sets. Ready for another blow.
And nothing. She stands by what she said.
That fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
And she denied it. What do you want from me?
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
At her. The worst cops in Revachol. Well, suck a dick, loser. I just looked that up. Not the giraffe. Dude, everyone makes jokes about that. Dude, it's a giraffe getting head. That's what the RE6 logo looks like. She pretty much laughed it off, Titus.
Fucking fuckity fucker. And what did she say then? That it's fine. People are supposed to be like that.
Actually, I think it made her a little nostalgic.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny? No good goddamn psycho whore.
Seems like they wanted to give Klasia a second chance to play along. She still didn't.
Alright. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
Mix and match. Maybe she isn't who you thought she was.
Nah. I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head.
Titus, she has my whole skill set compromised. She's some kind of pro.
What kind of pro? Y'all saying she's a hooker?
No, he's not saying that. Forget about it.
You got a live plan, but she didn't play along.
I ask for your opinion. Not a bedtime story. Tell it to your grandma.
Tape was her last chance for her to do what she planned.
But she didn't. She knows she can't lie to us. Unlike you.
Oh no. He's definitely compromised too. It's his hubris. Sadly, not much to do about it now.
Fantastic. So now, you remember how to do your job. I'm so sick of this piss. We should get something harder in here.
Yeah, guys. We should get a party going tonight.
Why?
Maybe not then.
Success. They admitted to unlawful collaboration to derail the investigation.
Nice. Maybe she's still in denial, you know? Like a defense mechanism.
Yeah. Maybe. That is a possibility.
He does not sound very convinced anymore.
Be sure with me, Titus. What really happened?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck off!" That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
Yeah.
Silence in the room. Elaine's starting to say something, but then thinks best not to.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Ooh. Convince Titus he's being manipulated. Well, it's a 28% chance. You know what we gotta do, guys. Yeah.
Clausia is playing them like a fiddle.
I'm gonna tell you a little story about Kim here.
What fucking story?
A story that fits the occasion, of course. I invented a wonderful allegory for all this.
No. There is no story.
You see, Timothy here got himself into a jam.
I didn't. Let's not do stories. Let's do questions.
No. Don't listen to him. This is gold stuff. Now let's get didactic.
Kimbo got to thinking he could trust his bad chick because she was hot. So he asked her to lie. For him. She promised she would, then ratted him out. Almost cost him his job.
So you got played, huh?
Good. You got his attention. Now reward it with a metaphor.
Titus, she played Kim like a miniature train set.
Yes, a miniature train set. The point is, this allegorical Kim should have just told the truth.
You need to man up and take charge, little guy. Shit's gotta be equal in a couple. Listen to your buddy Titus here. Nothing like this would ever happen to a hardy boy.
Thank you. I'll try. Please understand that Kim in this story was an allegory for you. You shouldn't try to hide the truth.
Sure. Benaclard. Allegory. You didn't get played. Titus did. I'm gonna do you a solid and change the subject, okay?
A man like Titus is way too confident to get that analogy. This man would rather live in a fantasy world where he isn't a complete loser. You need to be more forceful than Nick.
Alright, now we run it back and keep going. I said this once, and I'll say it again. You're being played like a fiddle!
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter.
Thank you.
But you know someone who might.
One of his boys will.
Fat Angus, the powerful guy. Mr. All Muscle. The time has come. Put him in the pressure cooker. Just remember, it's about more than Clausia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility.
You only needed a 9? Dude, we don't talk about it. That's it. That's it then. Case closed. We're going home, Kim.
Huh? He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. Martinez, they don't just kill you because... Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Because of some chick.
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get to write that report.
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right, Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the Wild North.
They just hang you, shoot you, whatever. They can't even remember.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
Ooh, there it is. There it is.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
Old man reaches for his belt, but his voice is strangely calm.
Firearm. A Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol. Either is small enough for you to have missed. He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do. Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore Theo.
Or what? You're gonna kill me like you killed him? For no fucking reason?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Ooh, here we go, here we go.
Shut up, Angus.
He was dead before you hanged him?
Daddy! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
Does he? His closed fist is shaking. It's you who's in control. Let them have their moment.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Well, shit.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
Walks up without looking back.
What just happened between these two? You're in. He's all yours. Questions.
We did it.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
Let's go. They did not kill him or shoot him. They just hung the corpse for him because they wanted to cover who really murdered him. All right. Sorry I made you guys fight.
Me too.
So you didn't kill him. He was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. The bullet in his head.
Another nod.
Why?
Because the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural? There's another girl.
Yeah, girls.
2 of them. Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
Is she the mastermind behind all of this? What happened Sunday night?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How'd you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window.
Oh.
Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
The broken window wasn't from the, attempt. It was from a shot. Ooh, we're getting some good info. Okay.
He means they'd been fucking.
Wait, no, it was probably... So was I right? Wait, so did I get it? Wait a second. Was I right from before? I assumed that they were in love, but then the guy took it too far one night. And then I guess I was wrong on saying that, she had them kill him. But no, she killed him herself, and that's why she feels guilty about it. And then they staged it as if they killed him to get her off, to get the cops off her back. Ooh.
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Who's Tibbs, the 8th Hardy?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
If she didn't kill him, why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
Yeah, I told you she's not what she seems. She had special training for something shady.
Oh, you meant that kind of training, like a spy. Maybe. The kind of people who are after her. I guess she'd have to be.
Hey, so Volition was right. Volition was completely right. He was like, hey, those guys that are like, you should feel bad for her and all that, Get them out of your fucking head for her. You listen to me. There's something ain't right with her. And it was right. Volition was on the money. Isn't Angus a type of steak? It definitely is, yes. Who's about to cook him like an Angus steak? Yeah. Why would she go outside just to shoot him? Well, I mean, do we know if the bullet came from outside or inside? But also, it's weird because it was with the breech-loading rifle. There was no exit wound for the bullet, and the only entrance was like inside his mouth, I think in the back of his throat or something like that, or somewhere back there. So I would assume the barrel of the rifle had to be stuck into his mouth and then fired. Do you think, could it have been suicide? Wait, but it was a bullet from the outside. But wait, where was the exit? Wait. Yeah, because the bullet was in here, but where was the, wait, what? Bullet is stuck in the head and the window broke, so it was outside. There was no exit. Yeah, there was no exit wound, but the entrance wound was inside his mouth, wasn't it? Yeah, there was no exit wound because there was no exit. The bullet got caught, but the wound was in his mouth, right? And like hit the back of his throat. That's where the entrance wound was, right? So how did he get shot in the back of the throat from a rifle? Even so, for outside, yeah, it makes sense. But there's just like something that doesn't add up. Bullet hole through the window. So shot from the breech-loading rifle through the window into the room. He pulls a bullet hole and he was outside, but wasn't the window here and the bullet hole would have been over here? And if it was shot through the window, it would have came through this side. So how would the bullet hole be over here? If the bullet hole is here and the window is on this side facing this way. So it would go straight through. Unless he was outside. Oh, well. I guess you could be lying about not knowing about the peephole, I guess. But if that was the bullet hole, then wouldn't they have covered it up? That would be kind of weird if they knew where the bullet came from and didn't cover it up as evidence. Why would they not? They definitely, if they like replaced the window, then why would they have not replaced the bullet hole too? That doesn't make any sense. They would not have just like passed that up and left it there. Hit the window breaking it. I don't know anything. I'm just speculating. Yeah. I get you. That's the only thing that doesn't make sense to me that seems weird is that the bullet entrance wound is on the inside of his mouth on his throat. Unless they fucking shot him with his mouth open. So it couldn't be that the barrel was in his mouth because the window was broken and there's a bullet hole in it. So he was shot from a distance. Oh, let's just keep talking for now. These people, who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the Moral Intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we avoid all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
So who killed the merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
Outside behind the window. From a breech-loading rifle outside behind the window. From another window? A building rooftop? What were you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
You had ideas about his past, too?
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
The gun is old and antique.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away and became himself again.
Whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Two girls. Earlier you said the girls asked for help. Was this the other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
Who is she, this other girl? Do I know her?
No. You're not gonna be on a first-name basis with this person.
Okay, where is
You're
she?
not getting to her. This person is affiliated with the Hardy Boys. It's Klasia you want to talk to.
Affiliated with Hardy, so she's like a Hardy
I
girl?
wouldn't go that far. She's just a woman who's sometimes in our company, who sympathizes with Klasia. Let's leave it at that.
You know, actually, some of the guys have been talking, and,
No. My answer is no, Glenn. We're Hardy Boys. And that's how it's gonna stay.
Think of it as so go and talk to her for the last time.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go...
What's up?
She... Klasia came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she... refused that protection. But
you would still prefer if we didn't take her away.
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
Okay. Got a lot of info out of that.